So you're thinking about doing some sprocket stuff, some gearing changes. Why do we do any of that? Especially on a bike like an MT-09 or an XSR900, where there's already just gobs of torque and acceleration. For me, I'm gearing my bike mainly for Jennings GP. Jennings GP is my local racetrack. It is a combination of lower speed, corners, and a couple of straights, so to speak. I've ran there about 4 weekends already, and there are a couple of issues that need to be addressed with the gearing. The stock 1645 gearing was just a little wonky at Jennings. There was too much fumbling through the gears. This video, I'm just going to talk about the issues that I am having at Jennings and what I'm doing to resolve them. Changing your gearing is something that is very common at the track. You know, a lot of people who race a lot or go to the track, they have a bunch of different sprockets and they tune their gearing according to the track. I am going to test out a 15 tooth in the front and a 46 in the back. And I'm also changing my chain, or my whole setup, to a 520 chain. So I'm also going with an aluminum sprocket. I'm going to use the TST Industries WORX aluminum sprocket. They've used it in their race bikes. It's quite a bit lighter. The whole setup is quite a bit lighter, to be honest. I have the exact numbers in this video if you're interested, but I believe it's about a pound to a quarter of a pound, so like 1.25 pounds saved. So the first issue that I had at Jennings is at the back half of the racetrack, where you're slowing down a little bit more. I was fumbling between second gear and third gear, and sometimes a little bit of fourth. So what I'm trying to do now is increase my acceleration so that I'm only sticking in 3, 4, and 5, maybe a little bit of 6 on the back straight. I just want to narrow my gears down so I'm not fumbling through gears so much. Being that I'm going to be riding in third gear probably most of the time, the bike will have better acceleration versus the stock gearing. Second reason was that at the end of turn 14, going into past the finish line, I would ride the bike out to the rev limiter and hold the rev limiter for about 3/4 to a second, because I'm like almost at my braking zone. So it doesn't make sense to upshift for me to have to immediately downshift. So I just ride the rev limiter out for, like I said, almost a second, and then I'll brake and shift down and all that. So I'm hoping with the new gearing that I can pop into a higher gear earlier while still accelerating out of the corner faster than the stock gearing. Now, I'm not sold on 46 tooth in the back yet. I'm probably going to go back to TST Industries, to their office, and pick up another 47 tooth. I put a lot of slack in my chain to allow for a 47 tooth in the future. We're going to see. I might not need it. I might need it. Who knows? That's part of gearing. It's experimenting. It's finding out what works best. If you care about gearing, I mean, you'll have a lot of different sprockets, like I mentioned earlier. You just have to play with what works for your track, your situation. I'm also going to give you a quick sort of summarized install video, nothing detailed, just to show you the process. I'll have chapters in the description. Feel free to skip to whatever you want. Also, please like and subscribe. I am probably going to make a follow-up video to this. Probably make a lot of follow-up videos because I've done a crap load of stuff to my bike in the past month. I still have to put rear sets on. So let's get to the install. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one.